Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to our Final Fantasy Brave Exodus video, and we got a review on Rufus and also Avalanche's Tifa. So first of all, we're going to go into Rufus. There shouldn't be any changes, so let's get into it. Triple cast. All of his abilities now, instead of having to work around dual cast and all that weird stuff. 100% accuracy for himself, 130% lighting and barrel, 200% beast killer, 100% human killer. Not too bad, not too great, it's okay. 600% or 6 times cap on both sides. Preemptive 70% break. Some of you guys may be familiar with that now because some of the units are starting to have that. So that's pretty good, right? Brave Shift and his non-elemental and dark tag attacks, and his Brave Shift Lone Burst is a non-elemental tag attack but has dark imperil. So that's pretty decent. It also has 100% attack break resist as a passive, which I think I said before already. That's pretty unique. I don't think many people have that as a passive. I think that's pretty unique. So he can't be attack broken, which is pretty good. No infinite turns, so you got to work around it. And he doesn't have very good weapon selection, but it's not that bad. At least he can equip a few weapons, so it's not awful. So as long as you can get around the limitations of the unit, he's quite good. I've already shown him off a few times, and I just used him recently. He's quite good. I would say he's quite good. I would give him an 8.5. I would prefer that his killers were a little different or a little more interesting, but still he's quite good of a unit. It's a little hard to gear for killers sometimes, but other than that, I think he's quite good. 8.5 for Rufus. Very strong DPS and a god, of course. So anyways, we have Tifa here, who's going to take it the longest to describe. Her STR does get stacked on the global side now, which is pretty good. So if you ever get 2 Tifas, even if you're a free-to-play player, I would recommend Moogling at least one. So that's something. So yeah, if you ever pull 2 Tifas somehow, if you ever get lucky with 2, go ahead and Moogle one of them, so then you can get 2. You can have 2 of them eventually, which is quite good. So infinite turns, which is always a good thing. 50% water amp, 30%, 300% attack, and also 50% limit burst damage, and also 60 limit burst crystal fill. 1 use Grandis. Stardust Ray chaining, 72 times is kind of like the standard. Water Imperil is basically a weaker version of her Grandis on that chain, without the other, stat buffs and stuff. But at least it has 20% water imperil, or water amp. I mean, it has water imperil on it though. Limit burst, 25%. Fist imperil, 80%. The fist imperil is why I was telling you guys Cacteria is not like, oh my god, she's gonna be super amazing for this. She has a better water imperil, but not. She has the same fist imperil, which those do not stack, so don't bother. 80% defense break, which is okay. 125% water imperil, and also 150% limit burst damage. 200 times mod. No one really uses. I don't think anyone really uses this. I think I use this because I had EX0 Tifa for that Abzu clear on the JB version. I think I used her base limit burst because I had an EX0, but I don't think anyone would really use it in a serious sense. But it is good damage if you need to clear something. But I would use a Brave Shift form. So let's get into the Brave Shift form soon. 200% True to Wield, 600% cap, of course. 200% Beast, 100% Human. I wasn't really sure on what the EX levels are going to be like, so just ignore that EX level part. I was supposed to get rid of that actually. I'm assuming that the EX 2 are just going to be both of those. Because Aerith were just both of them, both EX2s were the same, I think, right? So I don't think there's gonna be an EX3 ability, but you never know with Gumi, I guess. But I think it's both of those are EX2. So just so you guys know, you hear my voice. You're hearing my voice. It's EX2, but for both of those, the Brave Shift Limit Burst, here's where the big mommy hits are in. 25% Fist Imperil again, 12 hit, 200 times. 150%, 150 times each mod ramped up to 350 times. Water damage is a one. It's actually not a one hit. It's multiple hits. and 150% ludicrous damage. So basically, you have to weave it in to your chaining, kind of like how Squall and Sephiroth back then you had to do that. So that's the same thing. So only one use of Grandis. I know a lot of people don't like that, and I certainly don't like it. Why only one use? So basically, you're just one-shotting bosses or doing dark visions with her. One use, so that means you have to have a support if the battle ever lasts long enough. Only Fist can be equipped, but she has Fist and Pearl anyways, so that's not a big deal. And like I mentioned, you basically have to. It's not a chain. Everyone always thinks, oh, it's a 12 hit, so it's a chain. No, it does not chain properly. You have to weave it into your chainer damage. Like if you have tag chaining or anything like that, you got to weave it in. You got to weave it in, which that means you got to use it a little after your chain, like your chainer, so that it weaves in and then it finishes at the end, because the last hit is the one that matters the most. But every other hit also matters because they're all finishers, all in the same. So that's how that goes. What do you guys think about Tifa? I'm obviously gonna give her a high score because she's the number one damage dealer all this time, but I don't like the grandest part that's only one use. So that will always impact my score a little bit. It's the not so many moves thing. I know it's gonna bother a lot of people, but still the number one DPS. I can't argue with that. With Sephiroth, of course, because they both do the same damage except different elements. Different elements, and the vision card is the exact same as Sephiroth, except the middle level. The middle ability is different. They have different killers. Oh, my voice is starting to die, so I'll go 9. It would have been 9.5 or maybe even beyond if she had more uses of Grandis. But to be fair, Tifa can be geared a lot easier than Sephiroth if you think about it. But Sephiroth is much easier to use as a finisher because his is not so so jumbled up and having to weave it in. But Tifa has 200% true to wield already, whereas Sephiroth needs to equip Cloud's STMR, which is the 200% TDH, and also Lightning's STMR, which is indestructible light at all times. At all times, he's basically glued to that. And for some reason, someone said back then that they wanted 2 Sephiroth STMRs to stack. Sorry to tell you, Sephiroth's STMR is clothes. It's a clothing spot, so you can't really equip 2 clothes. I saw comments saying, "Oh, I want 2 Sephiroth STMRs. I hope they stack." How would that even be possible? His STMR is a clothing in the body slot. I don't understand how you're gonna be able to do that. Anyways, get 2 Tifa STMRs if you can. 9 out of 10 for Tifa. Very good. I love the 200% true to wield and 600% cap, so that she doesn't have to worry about any of that stuff. So she can focus on killers and ludicrous damage, which is good. Can't do pulls today, guys. It's the family's birthday, so I'm gonna be celebrating that. So no pull stream today. Pull stream will be on Friday, so make sure you tune into that. If you've watched this far in the video, I guess you'll know. And if you didn't, then I guess you wouldn't know. Alright guys, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you guys think about all the things I just said, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!